guys, in this video, only thing you'll really need is a wide tooth comb, a rat tail comb, and a couple clips and a scrunchie. So that's where we'll put the hair in a ponytail. There's a few more things that you can use, so I'll talk about it throughout the video. So here, you want to make sure the hair is fully detangled and combed out well. So I'm going to make the part on my left hand side. So if you need like a reference, just look at the center of the left eyebrow and just go straight back. Um, where you want to stop the part is going to be at the very top or the crown part of the head. And if you want to reference that to like the side of the ear, so just go a little bit further back from where the tip of the ear is at and just draw an imaginary line to the part, and that's about where you would stop. Now, for right here, for this purpose, I want to make a point to say if you want to get a nice, clean, crisp part on a actual person, what you can do is get some gel, go back and put a little bit over that part and repart the hair. Now, the mannequins, they're a little bit more challenging because they try to mimic a scalp, but it's just not quite there. So don't be too hard on yourself if your part is not look that clean on a mannequin. Um, so what I'm going to do is just push the hair to the left and the right side of the part, and I'm just pinning out the right side, and we'll get to that side later. Right now I'm just making a triangle shape section of hair on the left hand side, and I'm just going to put those into 3 equal strands, and that's how I'm going to start my braid. Now this video is more tailored to the hand placement of those that braid underhand, so pretty much that means your palms are facing up while you're braiding. So here I'm just showing you the placement on how my hand should be when I go from the right strand to cross over to get my left strand and just pretty much starting the braiding process. On the right hand side, I am going to break it down a little bit more to kind of show you guys step by step how I'm grabbing the hair and things like that. So just enjoy this part for now. And one thing I want to go ahead and point out is when I get midway done with this braid, this is where I'll get a clip or a rubber band or a scrunchie, something like that, or ponytail holder to just hold the remainder part of the braid. Because the type of style that I'm doing, it doesn't really require the braid to be all the way at the end. Now, when you go to style this part of the hair, you can do whatever you choose, whatever look that you're choosing to go for. So for this purpose, I stopped midway. If you want to braid it all the way to the end or do something different, I can show you what that will look like on the opposite side. So now that we're on the right hand side, I'm gonna do the same thing again, part of a triangle portion of the hair and do the 3 even strands. And this is where I'll start the braid and start scooping the hair in. So it's very important when you're braiding to make the form of the braid, scoop, make another form of the braid and scoop. What you don't want to do is braid down and then go back and start scooping hair in. So wherever the braid is actually forming at is where you want to scoop the hair in, if that makes sense. Okay, so this kind of keeps a more uniform look as you are scooping the hair into the braid and having it attached to the scalp. So I'm going to show you exactly the better way to do this whenever you're scooping in. So pay attention to my left hand. You'll see how I point my finger out. I start at the part, scoop the hair all the way into my pinchers. And my current pinchers are the hands that's holding the strands where the braid is at. And then from there, I just rotate back and forth, left and right. Right, and just continue to scoop the hair, and you always want to drop the hair to your pinchers. So you'll see me scoop, bringing the hair to my pinchers. I grab it just like that, and now my left hand will go back onto the main strand, twist with the right hand, and start back braiding. So then I'll scoop it in, same thing again, bring it to my pinchers, braid it in, and just keep going. And you want to keep that same consistency until you reach the end of the braid where you want to stop at. I'm making the braid a little bit looser off the scalp, so when I go to put the hair in a ponytail, it will have that leverage to move. So as I get closer to where the right ear is at, that's where I definitely want to make sure I'm fully off the scalp and just start braiding it all the way down to my ending point. And just keep in mind at any point throughout this video that you need to pause and rewatch, feel free to do so. So right here, I am braiding it all the way down to the end just so you guys can see what that would look like. I will unravel this so when I go put the hair in the ponytail, but if you want to braid both sides all the way down to the end and do, some kind of nice design pinned up and put some bobby pins in, you can totally do that. But if you want to just keep it super simple, and just put both of them into a ponytail and have the ends loose, that may be your better bet and fastest route, especially if you have to do a style like this early in the morning. So here is where I'm actually putting the hair into the ponytail with the ponytail holder. And you see I did unravel the right side of the braid at the end. And it's always a good idea to go back in and comb the hair out, make sure there's no kinks or any hair that got tied up into the braid as you went. So this is the final look. It looks pretty good. Two quick braids into a ponytail. And yeah, right at 7 minutes and very quick style. So if you guys are not in the Facebook community group, make sure you go into Facebook, type in Optimal Braids inside of this group, and we'll see you there.